The first novel published in the legendary series known by the name of A Song of Ice and Fire is written by George R.R. Martin, and it is titled Game of Thrones, and it was released back in 1996 to an abundance of critical acclaim. The novel explores many aspects of the fantastical existences regarding each character within the series. Frequent themes include virtue, greed, power, Machiavellian politics, power dynamics, geopolitical conflicts, betrayal, familial collectives, loyalty, things of that nature. The protagonist must often choose between two opposing forces, such as a desire for power and their moral principles, or a sense of duty to their kingdom and the need to protect those they love. The novel also introduces readers to the fantastical world that Martin created, including the social hierarchies and complex familial collectives that comprise it. Martin demonstrates that an abundance of aspects regarding this world, such as its caste divisions, political marriages, comprehensive gender roles, and penal institutions, reflect those observed within numerous societies throughout human history, most particularly in the Middle Ages. Contained within the novel are three distinctive storylines that are married together to cultivate a fantasy world entailing genuine stakes for all of its residents. The most prominent narrative is a war, conflict of succession fought between the most powerful houses of Westeros, primarily entailing House Stark against House Lannister and Baratheon. And during this conflict, there's also a war of succession brewing within House Baratheon, as Robert Baratheon, the king, perished, and his purported son, Joffrey Baratheon, inherited the throne. However, it was made aware that Joffrey was not, in fact, Robert Baratheon's biological son, which facilitated a war of succession among both of his brothers, Stannis Baratheon and Renly Baratheon. These two brothers fought in conjunction for power and between each other. However, Stannis was the one that would end up facing House Lannister and the loyalists of Joffrey in the capital city of Westeros, King's Landing, because Renly was assassinated. The second plot line is an existential threat of beings called the Others, led by the Night King, who consolidated their ranks beyond the magically erected wall of ice guarded by the Night's Watch in the north. And this wall separates Westeros from the untold horrors in the far northern frigid wastes. The final storyline concerns the fate of the young exiled princess Daenerys Targaryen of Westeros' former king and former royal house. She meticulously plans her rise from exile into a genuine threat capable of contending for the Iron Throne, and the assets which she will use gives her a distinct advantage over her competition. Martin derived significant inspiration for the novel from the historical precedent set by the War of the Roses. The conflict of War of the Roses were a series of civil wars waged over the control of the English crown, fought by two rival branches of the royal house of Plantagenet, House Lancaster and House York. And the war actually ends up killing both and all heirs of each house to the throne, which allows another house to take their place. Martin has received an astounding amount of praise for his subversion of literary expectations while impeaching our intrinsic concepts of pride, honor, and morality, and he challenges them with moral conundrums at every juncture within the narrative.